Hi and welcome to my video. Today we're gonna review the Queen's Gambit. And the Queen's Gambit starts with d4, a little bit of a positional approach instead of e4. e4 is a little bit more tactical, but I like to play a lot of positional play. d4, d5, and now we can enter the Queen's Gambit, and that's with c4. c4 is striking. It's basically gambiting a pawn, so black can take it. Then you accept the Queen's Gambit. You have also the Queen's Gambit declined, and now you have basically you don't accept the Queen's Gambit, and you have the Slav defense. The Slav defense is really tricky, a really nice opening. So if I'm black, I play the Slav defense. It's really a solid and nice approach. So we start with the Queen's Gambit accepted. You accept the pawn, and now you can play for a little bit of a trick. It's not that it's really good trick. So e3. If people, a lot of people will play knight f6, but some people will, on the amateur level, people will hold on to the pawn, so they will play b5. And now we play a4. If they play this move, we take, and it's a free rook, so that's not that interesting. And if they take, then you can play queen f3, and now you're attacking the rook. So you need to lose something to hold on to the rook. So probably you win a knight at least. So that's a really nice approach. So they cannot defend the pawn really well. So basically they need to ignore it, and then you can take the pawn, play knight f6, and castle. So e6 probably, knight f6, c5, and you castle. So you're in safety. Your knight is out. Your bishop is out. It's all good. So that's really nice. Also, you can play knight f3, and this is the main line, the normal line. You play e3 because you want the pawn back, obviously. e6 and bishop takes c4, and then you can castle. So it's really nice and safe approach. I like the Queen's Gambit accepted, but for white. Then you have the Queen's Gambit declined. And the Queen's Gambit declined is a little bit more of the safe side, the classical approach. With knight c3, knight c3, knight f3, knight f6, and you basically knight f6. You can play e3, you can play knight c3, bishop e7. You can play the bishop out, bishop to f4. A lot of people will play. I like to play bishop g5 immediately, or bishop f4, or you can play e3 and then you basically plant the bishop on b2. So that's also a nice approach. And then you have the Slav defense. That's really solid approach. Knight f6, knight c3. A lot of people will play e6 and basically building a pyramid. And that's really solid, really nice. So you have bishop g5, and e3 to close it down. h6 or bishop e7, e3, knight b d7, basically unpinning a little bit. And now you have queen c2 because otherwise maybe queen b6 will come. So that's not that great. And then you will castle, and then you have a really solid approach with black, and a really nice game. I have a lot of times I have a really nice game with black with the Slav defense. So that's really short, the Queen's Gambit. So yes, thank you for watching.